Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mossstone Kingdom, here in The Sims Medieval, where we have just finished up learning about Adept Zane, our young wizard, who is starting to come into his powers here in Mossstone Kingdom, and we had a great time freeing a genie with him. That was very fun, but I have to say the most exciting part of those events was the fact that our spy, Janetti, actually ended up having a child. She indeed had a son with the king that she cured, who used to be a talking frog. That means that she actually has a child who is the heir to a kingdom out there somewhere in the world. And I have to say, that makes me a little curious if I can find a way to hang out with my spy, perhaps? Apparently Bric-a-Brac Day would allow me to hang out with my spy and see how she's doing. It would also give us a little bit of knowledge for our kingdom, but I will admit we do have some other things that would probably be good to focus on, like well-being would be a really good thing to have for our kingdom. Town is bandit-free, home burglaries never happen, experience gain is greatly increased, and Sims are often inspired if we have knowledge. We're very knowledgeable and secure kingdom, but everybody walks around with the plague. So I was kind of thinking it would be interesting to find something where we could increase the well-being. But I was also thinking it would be interesting to try the Cultural Crusades, because we have not yet played with Brother Davis just yet. And I think that might be a lot of fun to have a chance to actually play with him. So we might do that instead. Let's see, Cultural Crusades. And we can embrace culture, which would give us a lot of culture and help to increase the culture in Mossstone. And it would be finding out what citizens desire in life and embrace it in the Patarian religion with our Patarian priest and any supporting hero. That's an interesting concept. I wonder who I would pick. And then the only other one, yeah, Bric-a-Brac Day is the one that appeals to me. And I don't think there's anything that increases wellness. Oh my gosh, and actually, Creature Oh Creature would be creating life and drastically increasing knowledge, more than we could even use. We might save that one for a while. We might lose knowledge in future quests after all. Yeah, and I don't think I don't think there's actually anything that could possibly increase well-being right now. So let's go ahead and go for Cultural Crusaders. Religious culture was falling out of style with the new generation, and worse, a cultural fair had come to town, a veritable cornucopia of distractions away from religion. But was there a way for a clever devotee of the Watcher to use or abuse the cultural fair in order to revive religious faith? And I think that's what Brother Davis might try to do. So we're going to play as him, and I think our supporting hero, find out what citizens desire in life and embrace it. Are there any supporting heroes? Oh, here we go. So we could play as Lady Briarrose the Great, who we haven't seen for a while. Helping is my favorite. We could play as Dame Alana, who we also haven't seen for a while. She's our knight. I don't think she would give a flying hoot about culture. She is not a very cultured woman. We could play as Zane or Lazzetti, our shopkeeper. Janetti, our spy. Kirspin, our blacksmith. Or Karina, our physician. I think we're going to play as Lady Briarrose the Great. She has heard about this mysterious brother who has come to town. Not super mysterious, just it's been a long time since anyone related to the Watcher has come, and she might want to actually spend some time bonding with him a little bit to see if perhaps he has answers to why the whales ate her parents, and what the great Lady Briarrose, Queen of the Realm, is supposed to do to guide Mossstone Kingdom into a safe future. So let's do that, because we haven't worked with Briarrose in a long time. Wow! A cultural fair was in town, attracting a lot of attention, yet Faith felt like it was an all-time low. Brother Davis bowed his head and said, "I need to ponder this. I always think well while scrubbing the floors." That does sound like something he would probably do, and oh my gosh, this is so pretty. This is so charmingly beautiful. Wow. I like it. We actually have people coming in to kind of relax here. We have a spot where he can give speeches. We have our own well, and we can bless the well. What? That is so cool. This is quite nice. And we even have like a little room where we have some friars here. We have a spot, the Watcher's Eye Archives of the Priest, where we can write with the Watcher and study the Watcher. We can change our outfits, wash our face, make some humble food. This is so cool. And there's the whole area, I imagine, that all of the friars probably live in. Wow. And there's this spot where we could come over and just view like the Watcher's Pavilion. How nice. All right. So now how is Brother Davis feeling? He's got this area. Oh, there's some wheat put down in front of this pigeon. Highly approve of that. This is like a little prayer box thing that I think you can do. And then what is this? Oh, he's thinking about his greed, I think. So convert a pirate to the Patarian faith. That does sound like something he would want to do. So we made Brother Davis last week, I think it was, and we actually came up with his backstory. He is also known as Davy Doxon, and his father was a pretty successful and somewhat ruthless and cruel pirate captain. Not like super Blackbeard fame level sort of pirate captain, but he was pretty successful till he, like, you know, lost his ship, takes over another ship, might probably not be alive anymore. But Davy never really heard from his father because his mother, who was one of his father's many women, decided she didn't want any part of that life anymore. And the thrill of having a pirate for her lover was not enough. And she moved out to the countryside and away from the docks to make sure that Davis, otherwise, didn't get swept up in all of that. And when she moved out to the countryside, they found a farm where a humble Patarian farmer who was strong in his faith fell in love with his mother, and he was raised in the countryside in a very religious family, believing in the goodness of the Watcher and wanting to share that with the world. So that's why Davis is here. With so much going on in Mossstone Kingdom, he sees how, like, the kingdom has really been thriving and changing. It's been growing at such a rapid pace, but it does have dark magics, and it does have pirates that happen to roam around the edges. And with a queen who doesn't seem to know where she wants to go, who seems a little uncertain about her own future, Davis just really felt that this was a place in need of the Watcher. And that is why he moved in here and apparently got the funding to build this gigantic building, and it's pretty cool. So he is going to try converting a pirate away from the ways of piracy over to the Patarian faith, and then he also wants to bestow Watcher's favor on another. Bestowing the Watcher's favor on another will be a boon to the kingdom and to the reputation of the Patarian church. He is good, he is dedicated, and he's a little insecure. Your sim will need to socialize more with other sims. Otherwise, your sim will get lonely, which I think will be like the pressure of him feeling that he needs to constantly be supporting the ways of the Watcher. And he will get a negative buff if the socializing doesn't go well, which I think makes sense because he would feel badly that he is failing to give to the other sim the importance, the guidance, the comfort that the Watcher gives him. And he will sometimes wake up in the morning very anxious and nervous, which seems fitting because he is a good sim who's dedicated, and he would be worried about the ways of the spiritual lives of all of the people. So I think that all fits him very well. He can sermonize at the pulpit, he can evangelize at the platform, he can convert other sims to the Patarian faith, and he can study and write with the Watcher at the archives. So the priests are ascetics devoted to their faith. They preach compassion and understanding and try to encourage others to live their lives according to the Watcher's principles. So that's what he's going to be doing today. Let's go ahead and have him make some food if we can. He can make some gruel. Hopefully he'll be okay with that because he is hungry right now. Yes, Lady Briarrose the Great, I will get you some food right away. And then later we need to have him scrub the floors in order to figure out what he needs to do. Meanwhile, Lady Briarrose the Great needs to write 2 new laws and to read the crime war docket. And she apparently is arguing with her friend Gardana. What is going on here? All right, we're gonna, Monarch, calm down. Like, do not upset her. Okay, you two are normally friends. Can we apologize somehow? Trait, let's share well story to just imply that we're feeling insecure about the kingdom. And let's apologize to guard Donna, who's actually one of our most powerful guards because she's part elf. And I don't want to like threaten her for money or anything like that. How fare thee? Let's tell her a story and let's chat. And we are hungry. And our servant is actually making some food. So that should be good there. But alright, I'm going to leave Her Majesty to also... Where's the war crime docket? I can never remember where this darn thing is. Oh, and I totally forgot how Her Majesty had this decoration piece put down from all the different quests. That's right, I was going to decorate each place with an item from all of the different quests. I'm going to have to go back and do that over the last few quests that we have. Though technically having a son born for Janetti kind of leaves a significant memorial of the event. But alright, we'll leave Queen Briarrose alone. She should be able to take care of herself. Meanwhile, here we have Davis Doxson. Headed out. He's going to settle over here. Look at all the children here. I think that would make him very happy. Alright, we're going to get some nice food. And then it seems convert to the Patarian faith. The milliner has been here for quite a while. Let's go ahead and get to know him. Trait. Confide worries. Complain about work. Comforting hug. Oh look, Kirspin's here. Cool, but the milliner has been here. Oh, and he loves his family, so maybe he wants to have the support of comfort. Let's ask about his health, and then maybe ask him about his religion. I wonder what happens if you convert more Sims. So we're asking him about his religion. Batarian priest. He is agnostic, but he's here, so he might be curious. So let's go ahead and like pray with him. Can we do that? This is so interesting. Look at the way they're like two cats playing together. And then let's bestow him with the Watcher's favor. This is so interesting. Huh. Unless we have to bestow a specific sim. Convert. Oh, those are just pirates that we can possibly convert. Gotcha. Okay. And are we... So, we're praying. How long does this take? What? What? That is so cool! And now we bestow him with the favor. Oh my gosh. I'm going to the extra mile today and going to take on more responsibility. Oh, that's so cool. And now that we completed that responsibility, he wants to write to the Watcher to add even more responsibility. This is so cool. Let's see if we can convert to the faith. And then I guess that we'll always have this friar here, so we should try to become a friend of Friar Erza. This is so neat! And then, there we go! We've converted Milner Cohen to the Patarian faith. That is so cool! Let's go ahead and tell him a story. And then I think we might have to take a nap, because that was a lot of excitement for us. And I think that we need a little bit of a nap with our Patarian priest before we get anything else done. And let's go check on how Her Royal Majesty is doing. She has eaten, so she is ready to write a new law. Oh wow, look at this! Home is where the heart is. She's feeling the warm love of home and hearth. Who did you talk to? Maybe Buildmaster Randolph or Harlequin Amelia? Amelia is a much better, like, old friend and flirty person than Casey is, because Casey sometimes doesn't respond to the queen, like, because she is a pirate, and that is kind of making the queen feel a little nervous. I think that she's beginning to wonder if Sea Dog Casey took advantage of her, their relationship together, their kind of semi-flirty relationship, just to make it easier on the pirates. So I do think the queen's a little curious about that. Oh, and goody Ida. How are you? You seem to be having a bit of a fit, dear. And yeah, the queen's feeling great. She's been bathed. Her well rage is satisfied. She's feeling inspired because our kingdom has very high knowledge. The food that our servant has made is good. We actually, Inisetta is such a silly sim because she's a solitary evil glutton. So she's our evil servant, but she's a really good servant. Like, she takes excellent care, keeps the castle clean, keeps food on the table. It's really kind of cool. Let's ask about religion, because I think the queen would be a little curious about these new religions that have been being made. And let's finish writing that law. And then I need to read the war crimes docket. I can never remember where it is. Advisors, docket. I think it's always in her pocket. Yeah, there it is. So we'll have her work on those things. And, oh yeah, we have a bunch of treasure map pieces. And maybe we'll call Dragon after this, actually. And then have him maybe go, let's summon Dragon. Excellent, my little one. Let's send you treasure hunting. Alright, so maybe he'll find something cool while the queen is reading the war crimes docket. But she's feeling great. Wow. And meanwhile, over here, we're taking a nap. I think that's a good idea. The particularly unsociable guildsman was judged guilty of the heinous war crimes of which they were accused. I shall take great pleasure in signing this arrest warrant. Ooh, and now the queen has to sign an arrest warrant? Ha, because there's like a really bad... Oh dear. I could see how that might make her a little nervous. Alright. Oh look, and Underspy Janetti is here. What? We can purchase crafts from Janetti? Congratulations! Oh wow, and Briar Rose is leveled up! Briar Rose has reached Monarch level 9. She can now have greater fighting proficiency. What? That is so amazing! She's almost a max level Monarch. We could actually buy Potion of Preparedness. You'll be able to combat without the fuss. We can get a truth tonic. Slipping this into a sim's drink will force the sim to answer truthfully to any question put to them. Let's go ahead and buy a couple of those because those sound amazing. And then let's come and speak with Janetti. Let's ask after her health and discuss the state of the kingdom. She is our spy after all. And maybe ask her a little bit about religion. We want to have a really strong relationship between these two. Briar Rose actually rescued Janetti when her noble house, she was orphaned as well, and then her noble house fell into disrepute because Janetti's uncle gambled away with his compulsive gambling, which Janetti inherited too. Absolutely all of the wealth that her noble house had. So Janetti was of noble lineage, but had no money to her name. So the queen took her in and had her trained as a spy in order to give her shelter and something to do. And we've learned that Janetti is agnostic. Let's tell her a dramatic story, discuss well hunting, discuss the well story. And then... welcome her to the home, I think, just to see what that does. Alright, and then maybe funny. We'll tell a joke and maybe perform a sleight of hand just to kind of wrap that up. And then we'll send the guildsman to the stocks, was it? And then we need to send the guildsman to the stocks. And I think that's going to distract Lady Briar Rose because having to sign a warrant and send someone to the stocks, I can imagine she enjoys doing sleight of hand. That's so cute with the spy. That's adorable. I think Janetti likes teaching her queen how to kind of do fun little parlor tricks like that. But now that the queen has to go and sign an arrest warrant, and we actually... Donna, don't hang out with Deidre. You two shouldn't get along. Deidre sucks. But now that we have to send the queen off to go ahead and sign an arrest warrant, that's kind of a serious thing that I think would weigh down on her head. And so we might have her come and visit the brother who's praying over here at this little spot. And try to find some answers from him, because I do think that she would feel this is a little bit much. All right, let's go ahead and write the Watcher. Gosh, and it's very late. We've got to hurry on some of these things. The constable is on his way to arrest Quinn. Dragon has returned with a gift. We have received Raptotarium number 1, and Flower Seller Penelope and Briar Rose the Great are no longer friends. No, and what? Look at this cool, amazingly cool little setup. What is happening here? This is so awesome. We've got this whole cultural affair happening right down here. There's a lot going on. Wow. Look, the queen is super excited. She wants to read something from over here. We have Magnet of Literature, Magnet of Invention. The constable is here. Arresting the merchant who's in trouble. This is quite dramatic. It looks like, oh, and this pirate is arguing with this person. What? There's so much cool stuff here. All right, Your Royal Majesty, what are we gonna do with you? She just feels so inspired is the thing. I want her to hang out around here. So let's actually have her speak with Sophia of Literature. So friendly, let's get to know. And maybe discuss artistic works with the various Sims for a minute. The constable came to take away the guy who needed to be taken away. It's so late, I don't think I should really have either of them here. But you know what? This is just the way things are. Let's go ahead and get to know. And then, are we almost done on the writing the Watcher? Because the pirate we can convert is over here. So, I want to go the extra again? Convert 2 new Patarians. Okay, well let's get over here and try to start converting this pirate. I can't believe that this lady is being so stubborn. She's really starting, she's like being very rude. And we have learned that Sophia is dedicated though, so I hopefully that'll help out. All right, and here we go. So let's come over. Let's try to convert to the faith. Now we're wrestling? Lady Briar Rose, that's not very... Well, and Sophia won the Rough House test of strength. We've come, and now here we go. Okay, here's where the queen is going to see. Brother Davis has come down, fully inspired. He has had a good nap. He is riding the Watcher, and he is going to convert this pirate to the Batarian faith, which will hopefully go over quite well. There we go. We have converted this pirate, and are there any other Sims just roaming around? Let's see. Let's grab... It's King Frogo! The king is still here! He is still here, and he will still be able to interact with his sign. I am so happy right now. Let's have Briar Rose accidentally bump into him. Friendly, let's go ahead and discuss artistic works and maybe musical preferences and get to know. That will be amazing if they can actually become friends. And Tyree is now bored with Davis. Well, don't be a jerk. Can I convert? Let's convert this Magnet of Garb to the Batarian faith. Maybe he'll give up his fancy clothes as a result. The past, present, and future. Interesting. There we go. And now we have converted 2 Sims, and Lady Briar Rose the Great is actually getting a chance to meet with King Frogo. That's really good. Patarians in the pantry? Let's read that. I mean, apparently they might be like, ah, Brother Davis, you're Batarian? We have a book on Batarians. So Batarians in the pantry sounds amazing. I'm gonna let Lady Briar Rose the Great go ahead. Where's Dragon? There he is. Peace, love, happiness, not gonna happen. Go hunt some treasure, Dragon. Where's King Frogo? He just disappeared on me. Urgh, curses. Alright, well, let's go ahead and allow Lady Briar Rose to come and meet. Friendly, let's ask about health. I just feel like that's how he would introduce himself. And then maybe discuss the way the kingdom is doing. Sophia is kind of a jerk. She's not getting along with anybody. There we go. All right. And now Lady Briar Rose and Brother Davis are getting an opportunity to actually meet. And hopefully they will get along quite well. Batarian priest. And then let's see. Let's actually go ahead. Can we maybe give a comforting hug to the queen? And just, it's here. It's late at night. The Watcher's smile is down upon them. And, oh, there you go. A comforting hug to the queen. Let's go ahead. She's very tired. Let's give her the Watcher's favor. And give her something to think about when it comes to working with the Batarian faith. And I think she's very, very, very tired. So I'm going to go ahead and send her home. And there we go. So now we have had the opportunity with both of them completely and utterly exhausted, to convert a few new Sims to the Batarian faith. And we have had the opportunity for our queen to actually get a chance to meet with the Brother Davis, the Batarian brother who has moved into town. She can kind of think what she wants about that event. She's in a comfy bed. She finished reading a book, so I think she enjoyed her excursion out there. She's in a well-decorated place. Wow, she's already done. And her bird's returning. She slept very well because she has a super high-quality bed. Yay, we received a quartz piece. Thank you. All right, there you go, dragon. If you could please go get some more. I'm going to leave the queen to take care of her needs. And I'm going to go ahead and wait for Brother Davis to wake up. And we're going to let him scrub the floors. I think he'd be very excited that he had had the opportunity to work with the queen. Oh, did you see that? There's so many people coming. And there's the fire. That's so cool. And now Janetti is here. This is so interesting. Oh, and there we go. Servant Gertie, who's always nervous and always stressed. This is the perfect opportunity for her. All right, let's hurry and get this sleeping done. We want to pray with 2 Batarians. We want to evangelize for 2 hours. I think that this is the perfect occasion for Gertie to finally... as Brother Davis is, slept, nascent feelings of comfort and happiness begin to solidify into a beautiful dream. In the distance, soft music was carried on a fragrant spring breeze, and smiling faces cheered at his approach. Davis could see a golden road leading towards a breathtaking paradise. In the opposite direction, the road faded into thick mist. He could almost make out a dark and still bedchamber, barely visible through the fog. We could embrace joy. It appears that the dream has something to say. Brother Davis would allow himself to be swept along the cheering throng towards the vision of paradise. What would come, or control the dream. The dream seems to be offering paradise to Brother Davis. But was that not the product of his own mind? He could seize control of this dream and take paradise. Let's embrace joy, because I think he would go with the flow and trust in the Watcher. As Brother Davis walked amongst the blissful crowd, smiling and laughing along towards with them towards the vision of paradise, the scene at the end of the golden path began to fade. The throng surged forward as the scene dimmed, but the faster they charged, the quicker the world darkened around Davis until he was left in nothing but a gray limbo. Oh, wow. And meanwhile, the queen has received another piece of treasure map. And we need 2 more pieces before we actually have everything that we need, so that's pretty cool. All right, and hopefully she can have a good time doing whatever it is she needs to do. And we're gonna pop over to Brother Davis. We need to get him a better bed, even if the Batarian faith is supposed to be like super humble and things like that. And we also need to get him some food, because all he's got right now is gruel and the Batarian progress. Oh, the little kids are coming in to visit with him. Nervous wreck. Oh, he's a bit of a nervous wreck over everything. That's kind of adorable. And it doesn't look like Gertie's here right now. So let's come over, set sermon time to 1 p.m. Interesting. Respond to question. So he's going to lead a sermon. Oh, wait, no, that's not sermon. He needs to get up here and evangelize for 2 hours. Okay, so let's come over and evangelize for a while. And I should have waited till he had that question go down. There we go. And we have Oscric the Scramp. There we go. Who is watching us. And I guess your popularity goes up as time goes on. Jasmine the Commoner has come out. The children are joining us at least. And the popularity level is low. But maybe as he gets better at performing his sermons, everything will go better. There we go. So he's at least completed that task. He didn't get a lot of attention, but that was really cute. And now he needs to pray with 2 Patarians, which should be just fine and dandy. Not too difficult to do. This guy is definitely a Patarian, that's for sure. And then we can see about Farmer Macalai and the milliner. I think that the milliners like to be converted, it seems. So, all right, this is going quite well. I'm very happy with having Brother Davis in our kingdom, and he got to introduce himself to the queen. He does need to finish up his tasks, and then he needs to begin to come over and start scrubbing on the floorboards and pondering things while he's inside of his little church. And the queen seems to be doing quite well. She is feeling a little bit upset because there's some rough patches amongst the guards, it seems, or at least amongst some of the people here. That happens. Is that King Frogo? And King Frogo has come. And so he might be able to give us some insight into whatever he knows about politics. And it seems we might have a unlikely alliance between this king and our spy because they do have a child together. So, adventure upon adventure here in Mossstone Kingdom. If you guys could, please leave a lovely donation for our Patarian brother who is now trying to run his own wonderful, kind place where people can feel that they are part of this world and watched over by the Watcher. By leaving a like. If you would like to join our kingdom, do please consider subscribing and let me know what you think about Davis. I like him so far. I think that this is going to be a really fun sim to play as, and it's going to provide a lot of story content too, and a great chance to really get to know all of the different people who live here in Mossstone Kingdom. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!